Well, hey there, hey there, hey there, my lovelies. It's good to see you on Facebook. Oh, there you are. Hello there, my lovelies on Facebook. I'm Donna Hoffman, so good to see you. Hey, my gorgeous divas on Insta. Look at you. You're looking as good as the peeps over on Facebook. I'm Donna Hoffman. They call me the interior design advocate because I advocate on behalf of design lovers everywhere across the United States and beyond. Whether you're working on your own home and you are using the strategies that I teach in my online courses to get results that you never thought in a gajillion years that you could get for yourself. My students get them. Oh yes, because of the way I break down and teach design. Pretty special, if I do say so myself, because I see what my students can do with it. And I also support professional designers in their quest to have a fantastic, super successful design business that they love running and that gives them what they want in their life as well. So excited to be here with you. And when I'm not doing all that, I spend a lot of my day running a luxury interior design company. I don't know why I always point to the back wall because it's got fabrics on it, a couple of awards. And so there you go. We are a luxury design company, and we design everything from single rooms and multiple rooms and decorative design on through to full house, full home, new construction, renovation, and so on and so forth. So I have a wide vocabulary and breadth of knowledge that I love to share with you. So today I'm talking about something that I know a lot of you are interested in, design trends for 2021 and 2022. Interestingly, the High Point furniture market is happening right now as we speak, and I've been watching that closely. We didn't go to this particular show for two reasons. Number one, we are in the midst of some intensely crazy design deadlines for some of our design projects, and we simply could not get away right now. We attended the last design furniture market at High Point. But also, because of COVID, I was talking to an executive, a VP at one of the furniture companies that we really love using, and he said, Donna, our company, including many others, we're not showing a lot of new at this market because of COVID. COVID has so backed up the furniture industry that he said we're kind of delaying some of our new product starts because we're still trying to keep up with production. Why is furniture so behind? Two reasons. First of all, if you read any newspapers in the last several, months, 8 to 10 months, you know that there are supply chain problems worldwide. And certainly the furniture industry has been hit by that, even for product made in the United States. All the guts and the components have to come over from outside the country as well. And there are shortages of things, shortages of containers to ship things over. It's a bloody mess. But anyway, so that's one issue. But also COVID affected the interior design and home furnishings industry in a strange way. Nobody anticipated, but because people were spending more time in their own home, people got more interested in redesigning their home, redecorating their home. So demand for furniture went way up. Demand for design services went up. Demand for builders, renovators, all that went up. So there are shortages there as well. So we've already been talking about getting to the next High Point market in October, which is a stone's throw away. But interestingly, what I've seen, what I've talked to people about what's happening on trend right now for 21, 22, there's not a whole lot different than my last report because of COVID. Like I said, the furniture manufacturers seem to have kind of slowed things down a little bit. So let me go over what is happening out there, because there's a lot of beautiful and gorgeousness happening out there. So the neutrals are still having a very strong story. I saw a designer complaining about the High Point market right now, saying, gosh, it's boring. What else is new? It's neutral with more neutral. But the neutral story is strong. And interestingly, I forget the expression, but isn't there something about like when the stock market goes up, hemlines and fashion go up, and when the stock market goes down, hemlines drop. So while COVID created more demand for home design, I do think that the economic changes and certainly some of the horrible unemployment changes, I really think it changed the way people felt in certain ways as well. So people became, I think, a little less willing to take risk. So I think that's why designers right now are seeing a lot in the neutral palette and the whites, the creams, the sands, the very pale grays, and then mid-tone grays as well. Black and white still having a very strong moment, and we see that continuing for the foreseeable future as well. And the great thing about black and white, here's some newer black and white fabrics that I just got in. I love this. Look at this from Schumacher. Ah, I love it. It's an embroidered cloth. Can you see that stitch line? So beautiful. But the great thing about, black and white story is that you just punch it with one color. You just throw a little bit of jade green or something, or yellow, something delish and fun and buoyant in front of it, or blush pink. And suddenly black and white really just takes off. So don't let black and white scare you. I'm having a major black and white moment right now in my own life, design-wise and preference-wise. I don't know what that's all about. Anywho, so black and white in design continues to be very strong for 21 and 22. Color stories that are strong, blue has maintained its strength for several years now, but the manufacturers are still heavying up in blue. Everything from inky navy to a bright navy to a really desaturated blue that's more of like a grayed down blue-gray. And by the way, if you have trend questions, I'll be happy to take them when I'm done teaching. So feel free to put in your on-topic question about trends. I'm happy to talk to you about that. Other color stories that we're seeing coming in that have started to pick up more steam in the last, I would say, 10 months or so, a really earthy palette. So when people are going into color, we're seeing, cinnamon, we're seeing honey, we're seeing butterscotch, we're seeing olive. So that richer palette is coming in as well as a nice foil to all of those really soft pale neutrals, the creams, the sands, the ivories, etc. They can get muddy looking with gray, but we've been talking about this for a while, that the gray story has been fading a bit as the brown story is gaining more steam. And when I say brown, I don't mean necessarily chocolate brown, but I mean the sands, the tans, and that sort of thing. So then in terms of styles, design styles, transitional, still super popular, and I think that's probably one of the most requested design styles that designers get, and certainly the furniture world always is accommodating there. Modern, continuing to pick up steam. We're seeing beautiful innovation in modern furnishings for outdoor as well, which are pretty exciting. I'll talk about outdoor for you in a sec. Modern minimalist, or just minimalist, has definitely continued to have a strong presence with that Scandinavian modern feeling in the silhouettes of things. And maximalism, which is the opposite of minimalism, is gaining even more steam. So think about it. With maximalism, you have, more is better, but within that trend, a trend within that trend, we're seeing wallpaper murals really gaining steam. We're seeing wallpaper in florals gaining steam, fabric florals gaining steam. So doesn't it make sense that this maximalist trend, which is this more is better, a lot of pattern, a lot of contrast, it makes sense that those particular trends within a trend for fabric, for wallpaper, are picking up a lot of steam. In fact, I've seen some really interesting innovation in wallpaper murals coming out of High Point right now and leading into it as well. And then farmhouse still out there. And this kind of natural sort of material, desire for natural and organic materials, stone, that wicker story still strong, getting very strong in outdoor furnishings. In fact, a trend in outdoor furniture that has been continuing to gain steam. You know how there was a time in interior design you heard people say, yeah, you want to bring the outdoors in. Well, now for outdoor design, we're seeing people wanting to bring the indoors out. So rather than just sling furniture on a patio or a deck or a pool deck or a pool house or whatever, we're seeing upholstered shapes that some of them look like they could be indoor furniture, or if it is clearly an outdoor silhouette, it has a nice, big thick cushion to it, or cushions front back, but very square and linear, not like your old grandma stuff, right? Very clean and current. And when wovens are happening for outdoor, they're being done in this, industrial strength, commercial strength sort of woven. It looks like a wicker, but it's really not. And then seeing that these wicker ideas coming into interiors in a maximalist trend. So by that, I mean, you can take a wicker light fixture, yes, and add that to, a beautiful, a dining room where there's like a beautiful muraled paper in sort of a leaf pattern that looks like a jungly kind of leaf pattern. We just had a great rep here, a meeting with a wallpaper rep, seeing these stunning. I would have loved to have had samples that I could show you, but they're being sent. But so picture like a green and black muraled leafy paper with, you know, a mid-century modern dining table with, you know, a cool wicker light fixture. So you see these patterns and these textures just start like really bumping into each other, right? And then the chairs around the table might be mid-century modern with a curved back and a metal leg, you know, an obvious metal leg. So these maximalist interiors are being fed with little micro trends such as that desire for natural, the desire for a lot of texture, and so forth. Also, another micro trend that we see really gaining steam is the fabric boucle. Do you guys know what a boucle looks like? This is a really pretty, it looks like a plucked boucle. It's by Kravit. I'm going to show it to you really close to the screen there, and really close to the screen there. How fabulous is that? Really delish, right? This is actually upholstery weight, which is great. I wouldn't do it if you have a cat, though, with those, you know, those little scratchy claws. But so we're seeing boucles like this, but where suddenly the slub gets bigger and bigger, and it almost becomes like a little like a poodle kind of top. Some people are even calling those poodle fabrics. Or there's a wonderful ottoman that we're doing in a garden room, in a sunroom, and the boucle on this fabric, on these ottomans, it looks like little marbles practically. So some of the micro trends that are happening right now in texture, in fabric, in wallpaper, I think it's part of the most exciting, some of the most exciting part of the story, more so than color trends. And as I always say to you before I take your questions live, if you hate a trend, let it pass you by. If you are not a black and white person, don't do it. If you still love your gray, hold on to it. The important thing about trends is that they morph over time. They don't just start and then stop. They don't just drop dead overnight. You have time to react. You have time to pull your own furnishings forward just by reaccessorizing, by bringing in some new trend colors, or just making some minor changes, 1 or 2 changes to a room, a new wall color, maybe a new window fabric, right? And you can start to bring in a new trend idea to something that might be feeling a little dated to you. Shoemaker's children go without shoes, right? That's the expression. I have been wanting to do some refreshing in my own home for a while, but we're really pressed on deadlines. But I told Katie, I want to do a little facelift here in our kitchen, and I really should be photographing and videoing this as we do it for our peeps. I'm not changing the color of the cabinetry yet, or the countertop, or the backsplash, but I'm going to be changing the window fabrics, the furniture, the lighting. And you just, again, by picking up a new trend idea, I'm going to be bringing a little bit of black and white in this space because I think I told you I'm having a moment. You can really do a lot by just starting to roll in and weave in certain trends. You don't have to do an entire black and white room or an entire farmhouse room, right? You can start to bring in certain elements that you like. And if you have any concerns about how to design a room, what to do, whether you're starting from scratch or doing a major facelift, I invite you to take a look at my amazing online course. It's called Decorating Genius, 7 Simple Steps to Great Rooms. It is awesome because it works. I have seen student after student after student who come to me saying, Donna, I was just a hot mess in design when I first came to you and took this course online, or I'm really good at design, but my ideas were always falling flat, the ideas in my head, but then I took your online course, Decorating Genius, game changer. So I invite you to take a look at it. I've posted a link for you on Facebook and there on Instagram, just link in description. And if you like what you see, go to the blog first and look for the 20% off coupon that we have there, because we're keeping that live during COVID, because we know it's been a depressing time for a lot of people. As we start getting questions in, I just want to let you know that next week we're talking about another great topic. It's called How to Stop Hating Your Home Decor. Yes, how to stop hating your home decor. I'll be giving you a little coaching on that as well. So let's see who's here. I'd love to start taking your questions. I got to keep this nice and tight today because I have someplace exciting to go. So I am on a schedule. Not that it's not exciting here with you. It is, but I am on a schedule. So I'm getting hellos. I'm getting hearts on that one. I'm getting hello from Shelly and Stone Mountain. Lots of waves. Cindy and MJ Korn is here, and Happy 42 Day is here, and Darling 3007 is here, and so Sharon Silva 9515. Lots of waves and hearts. All right. Okay. So here we go. Jennifer is saying, we have a construction company and it's difficult to receive materials, but great for our company because we have been super busy. Everyone wants a swimming pool. Yes, outdoor design has definitely shot through the ceiling. People are also, the housing market is really hot right now. People are moving out of cities into the burbs and they want more space and such. Oh my gosh, these questions are flying in. I better dive in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. Happy 42 Day says, are metallics still trending? Yes. As in shimmer in window coverings? Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, metallics are hot still. Metal colors are still seeing them in gold. We're still seeing them in bronze. We're still seeing them in silvers. We're seeing polished silvers. We're seeing brush silvers. The gold is largely warmer than it was, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You should see some of the wallpapers with shimmer. Oh my gosh. In fact, we accidentally pulled a wallpaper for a project. It looked like it had these little silver beads all over it. Katie, do you remember how costly that was? We pulled it out of Lucy's bedroom. Felt terrible. We showed it this fabulous young lady that were designing her parents' home, and she picked out this wallpaper as just sort of a quick drive-by. We weren't really designing her room yet, but I said, hey, quickly, while I have you, what do you think of this paper? And she loved it. It was, I think doing her room would have been like $8,000. I'm not exaggerating. It was crazy. So he said, well, Lucy, we got some bad news for you. We need another shimmery wallpaper. But yes, Happy 42 Day. It is shimmer time still. Bring it. Go for it. Bum, bum, bum. Leslie Ann Pilling is saying people are soothing themselves with natural colors. I surrounding themselves with natural colors because of how healing they are. Yeah, you know what? I think that there's real comfort in live plant material in your environment. Soothing colors, absolutely. And I do think people have needed that, especially sensitives. And I've said this before, but if you are attracted to being here with me as a design student, as a design lover, I believe that you're probably a sensitive on the spectrum. You're either an HSP or an empath. And I think if that is true of you, you absolutely need to stack the deck in your favor. You're the person who's very sensitive to the pulses and currents in the world. So you definitely want to make sure that your home environment feels amazing to you. And I honestly believe you can do that on any budget, in any design style. And that's why I have my online courses. So there. Okay. Medork 1 is saying, cabinetry. I know whites and painted colors are trending now, but which stains will have lasting popularity? The darker stains are still showing popularity. I will tell you that. So and also the super, super light stains, especially out like in the warmer climates, if you're in Texas, if you're in California, if you're in some of the Southwest, the pale oaks, not the pinky oaks, but the what, like an oaky yellow stain, a white oak, that kind of thing. We're seeing more of that coming in kitchen cabinetry. Also slab doors, really popular, or a very simple shaker door with a narrow band around it or a thicker band around it. That's, popular. We're not seeing in kitchen or bath cabinetry like the second staining process, the glazes and that sort of thing. Very little of that, if any. I haven't seen that for a while being specified. Okie dokie. Then, okay. Conway Core says, hi, can you let us know more about window treatments and blind trends? Also, kitchen countertops and cabinet trends. Thank you. You are welcome. Okay, so kitchen cabinetry trends I started to talk about now. Still the white, I'll add to that, white perimeter cabinets with, if there's an island in a color, or an island in black, or an island in gray, or an island in a beautiful rich inky blue, or a beautiful rich green, or a color TBD. You pick it and custom it. So that. For countertops, quartzite material is continuing to stay very popular. And the compressed quartz products, like a Cambria, the great thing about them is that you can control them so there's almost no pattern and movement to them, or you can do something that looks like a marble, or you can do something that has a very controlled pattern to it, rather than the speckled granite that a lot of us still have in our kitchen if you did your kitchen more than 10 years ago, which I did. So that's popular also in kitchen. And then window treatments and blinds. So window treatments, panels are still simple. Every once in a while at a design show, you'll see, you know, swags and jabots, like some designers trying to bring that back. I hope it doesn't come back. I don't miss that. Even though I know it's very profitable to sell those kinds of window treatments, and I do sell window treatments, I just think it looks kind of fuss buckety. So valances, when you do a valance in a kitchen, for example, is a flat belly or a soft belly. It looks like a Roman, but it doesn't move. It's a valance. And then for shades, I will tell you the shades have come such a long way. There are roller blinds that look like, roller shades, I should say, that look like fabric, that look like a soft texture. So I think it's a wide open game there. I really do. Not seeing a lot of pattern in shaded product though. So I would stay more textural in that story for you there. All righty. So let's see. Joanne Mentis Andra said, Donna, your course changed my world with 3 exclamation points. Thank you, Joanne. I am so glad. I'm so happy that we were able to change your world for the better. And Shelly is saying it's a great class also. I'm so glad. Thank you, Shelly Stanton. Okie dokie. So, alrighty. Alice is saying these are great new ideas. I am so glad, Alice. Marcia Bedner's loving this topic. Oh, she loves the topic for next week, how to stop hating your home decor. Good. Next week, 4 p.m. Tuesday. Be here, be there, be square. Joanne is saying, thank you for the info. You're welcome. Michelle is saying, I ordered custom swivel chairs with nail trim 6 weeks ago. Delivery expected in late August, with a frowny face. Hey, Michelle, there's no whining and designing. No, I'm teasing you, Michelle. Listen, delivery lead times are the pits right now. They suck. We are looking at 5-month lead times on furniture that normally would have taken 3 months in our company. Custom has been 10 to 12 weeks for a long time, and with kind of projects we're working on, we do a lot of custom. So if you ordered custom something, that doesn't exist in 6 weeks. And I'll tell you what else doesn't exist. Whatever you spent on those swivel chairs 9 months ago doesn't exist anymore. Those swivel chairs have gone up in price. The pricing increases in furniture are coming down the pike so fast, so furious. We had one manufacturer, we couldn't believe it. They came through with a 7% price increase. 3 weeks later, another 8% price increase. It's crazy. We're used to seeing, to put it in perspective, annually a 3 to 5% price increase, usually around 3. These have been multiple price increases that we're seeing throughout this year, and that is COVID and also demand, shooting up through the roof. So there it is. Linda Jeanette is saying, if someone needs to replace bathroom faucets and lighting to sell their house, what finish do you recommend for the masses? I would keep it in a silver, either a brushed or a high polish. I think gold may not go for the masses. Sherry is saying she loved the course. I am so glad. And Decorating Genius, I'm telling you, it works. That's why I titled it Decorating Genius. It brings out your genius, your inner genius. Jennifer McLeod is saying 25 weeks until her sofa arrives, hopefully by Christmas. I know how frustrating it is, Jennifer, but here's the thing. Once you have it, you have it. And this is just one of those things. And I like to tell people, remember this long lead time problem? That's an elegant problem to have, isn't it? It's a high-class problem to have. When you think of all the problems out there in the world, I'll take my sofa's taking a little longer than I wish it would or think it should. And eventually the furniture world will catch up. I think it could take another year before they're fully caught up, but they will catch up. Okay, last 2 questions, because you know where I have to go after this? I have to swap out my ombre, iced coffee for a vodka tonic, because I get to meet with my super excited Decorating Genius graduates, my super excited VIP members. It's an online meetup with my most exuberant and dedicated students, my most motivated students, where we share screens online. They come out and they talk to me. I can draw on their pictures. I can see what they're doing, and we can design together. I think it's one of the best kept secrets out of the bag, because it's always a nice, small, tight group. We get a lot done, and it's a great way to be able to pick my brain in ways that clients couldn't do without making a much bigger commitment to our company. So I think it's a great yummy thing. So, but I'm going to be switching to a vodka tonic for that. It's like a girls' night kind of thing. Every month we do Tuesday meetup. There it is at 5 p.m. Eastern. So last two questions. Let's see. Damari Kathy is saying, or Kathy Damari Kathy, I don't know. Are floating shelves still in vogue? Yes. Easy to do, good look, great really anywhere for good photo spray or in a kid's room for trophies or whatever. Just make sure they're weight bearing if you do them. And Happy 42 Days saying backsplash trends. Is subway tile still on trend? Subway tile is changing. I don't think it's going to go away. And there's a really terrific, talented color expert, Maria Killam, who thinks everybody should have subway tile. That is the most lasting, trend. But I do think eventually that 3x6 subway is going to go somewhere. And I love Maria's work to bits, but I don't agree with her that one trend will last forever. I just don't think that's possible or have an endless life. So backsplashes for subway tile. When you do see subway tile, the tiles are changing. They're getting longer, they're getting thinner, or they're becoming dimensional. They raise out, in the center. Looks like a lip kissing, or they're turning into a picket, or they're turning into almost like an oblong hexagon. So we're seeing that the elongated tile of the subway changing. We're seeing grout becoming color. Sometimes like a black or dark gray grout with a subway tile looks amazing. The way you lay in a subway tile, running it north-south, doing it in a herringbone, doing it in a straight lay instead of a staggered brick. Talking fast because I got to get out of here. And then pattern, a lot of pattern in backsplashes. That's really exciting, whether it's marble, whether it's ceramic, whether it's porcelain, really popular too. So I hope that gets you started. Happy 42 Day. But what we're not seeing are tumbled marble backsplashes. Those have kind of taken a little bit of a rest for now. So if you missed any portion of this trend update, check out the blog at the Interior Design Advocate because you'll see even more perspective on it. And also, if you missed any portion of this, you can find us on YouTube at the Interior Design Advocate. And if you're not following us at our luxury interior design company, I'd love to invite you to do so. You'll get to see what kind of mischief we're making. I actually post some pics from the wall covering meeting we just had. Oh my gosh. We had our intern there, two of my designers and me, and every time a new book came out, we went, whoa. It was really good stuff. Anyway, at IDH Designs, that's at IDH Designs, if you'd like to follow us at our luxury interior design company. And if you're not already following us at my teaching brand, the Interior Design Advocate, you can find us at that feed at decorating.genius. That's at decorating.genius. All right, I would love to stay longer. I see some more questions coming in. However, I got peeps to see and teaching to do, so I'm just going to do a quick change in my drink, powder my nose, and get ready for my next meetup. All right, lovelies, I'll see you 4 p.m. this Tuesday, 4 p.m. We'll be talking about how to stop hating your home decor, and a couple of other little fun coaching things I'll be throwing in there too. All right, guys, see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Donna. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below so I know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the Interior Design Advocates channel so you don't miss any of our great content.